Police state.
Europe gets Old Testament on copyright. The European Union will, on June 20th, vote on a copyright directive that could effectively spell the end for memes and links as we know them. But that's Europe, Tomo. We'll still be able to meme and link to our heart's content elsewhere, right? Wrong. See, for better or worse, the EU's new privacy law now forces all your favorite sites to bombard users with cookie notifications and privacy data text. That's EU law, but many international sites applied it worldwide anyway, as they like doing business in Europe. If Europe goes ahead with the copyright plans, everything from reaction GIFs to fanfics and satire could be censored by Europe's copyright bots. Algorithms like Content ID engineered by Google struggle to regulate YouTube, so it leaves us wondering how on earth the EU hopes to regulate all copyright. Word from Brussels is that they're planning a link tax law for websites linking to news publishers. Basically, any site using a thumb, link, and preview text to link to a news site will have to pay the publisher to use the content, even if the publisher doesn't want the money. And that'll apply for up to 2 decades after publication. Germany and Spain already tried some similar legislation, but they were reportedly doing more harm than good for content in both countries. We don't know if the law will go into force as is, but if it does, VPN sales will probably skyrocket in Europe. Here's some meme stories and more on the EU.
Zuckerbot initialized. Facebook Grandmaster Mark Zuckerberg traveled to Washington on Wednesday to do some Q&A on the Cambridge Analytica scandal and to attend to the elderly. But if memes are to be believed, Zuck either sent his life model decoy or is just a robot. During the hearing, the tech billionaire reportedly admitted responsibility for the abuse of user data and said that Facebook didn't do enough to stop it. But the internet seemed more concerned with Zuck's big boy seat and what it might be than user privacy. Zuckerbot's mechanical responses to lawmakers prompted a slew of robot memes galore on Twitter and elsewhere. But hey, one thing for sure. He shouldn't have any problem looking for a new profile pic.
China takes down Winnie the Pooh, the latest victim of censorship. Winnie the Pooh, the chubby and seemingly harmless fictional bear in an undersized red shirt who eats too much honey, has been banned in China. No official explanation has been offered, but reports suggest the ban was triggered by online posts comparing the cartoon bear to Chinese President Xi Jinping. Winnie the Pooh and President Xi go way back. In 2013, the meme that started it all compared an image of Pooh and Tigger to a photo of Xi and Obama. In 2014, another meme likened an awkward handshake between Xi and Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe to an image of Pooh and his gloomy friend Eeyore. In 2015, a picture of Xi in a parade car next to a picture of Pooh in his toy car reached next-level status, becoming the most censored image in China that year. With the latest crackdown, GIFs and images of Winnie the Pooh have been removed from messaging app WeChat's official gallery. Using Winnie the Pooh's name is also banned on Weibo, China's popular social network, and when typed in the comments section, gets the warning, "Content is illegal." The ban may be an effort to bolster Xi's image before the Communist Party's National Congress, a meeting held every 5 years in which the elite make important decisions on party leadership.
WhatsApp bans millions of Brits as new privacy law comes into play. Millions of Brits are now reportedly without access to the world's most popular chat app thanks to new legislation from the European Union. Basically, anyone under 16 years of age who didn't verify their age has been dropped from WhatsApp thanks to the European Union's new General Data Protection Regulations, that's GDPR for short. Now, that law, in case you live in a cave and haven't been spammed by companies you've long forgotten about over data for the last 6 months, is meant to enforce privacy EU-wide. But what about Brexit? Whole other discussion, Tomo Sapiens, but TLDR, UK is still subject to EU law until March 2019 at the earliest. That means companies like the Facebook-owned WhatsApp need to comply with it if they want to continue doing business in Europe. So how are they going to check users' real ages? Well, from as far as we can tell, pre-16 WhatsApp user wipeout, all anyone had to do to continue using the service was to check a box saying they were over 16. Now, that'll be super effective, right? After all, it's not like anyone, especially kids, will lie about their age to access stuff they shouldn't online in 2018. Oh no, not another one. In what is possibly one of the most asinine things ever, the geniuses that are this generation's teens are now ingesting Tide detergent pods because the internet told them to. The challenge might have started as a funny meme, since the pods have an uncanny resemblance to certain sugary treats. Many a sweet-toothed toddler have grabbed the colorful pods thinking they were candy, and instead got a nasty surprise. The tiny packets contain strong chemicals meant to wipe out dirt and grime, and can render horrible damage to delicate human organs. Thousands of young kids have been injured from ingesting the pods, and at least one has died. And yet, here we have teenagers popping the damn things for fun despite all the warnings, just so they can get social media famous. Stupidity kills, kids, which means humanity is doomed. Facebook moves users to duck EU privacy law. While the world is still trying to figure out why the Zuckerberg needs a booster chair, his social media juggernaut was busy making moves. Facebook has moved more than 1.5 billion users out of reach of a new European Union privacy law. Users outside the US and Canada are currently governed by terms of service agreed with the social network's international headquarters in Ireland. The European Union's General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, is set to take effect May 25th. The new law allows European regulators to fine companies for collecting or using personal data without users' consent. Facebook is liable under GDPR fines of up to 4% of its global revenue, around $1.6 billion, for any infractions. Facebook user data from Asia, Africa, and Latin America will be transferred from the Ireland headquarter offices to main offices in California. The change affects more than 70% of the site's 2 billion-plus members. As of December, Facebook had 239 million users in the US and Canada, 370 million in Europe, and 1.52 billion users everywhere else. Let's be honest, people. If you're really concerned about your privacy, don't sign up for free social media sites. Europe toughens privacy laws. Europe is about to embark on a big-time revamp of privacy laws. From May 2018, businesses operating in the European Union could be fined 20 million euros, or 4% of their global turnover, for violating new privacy legislation. The fine amount is determined by whichever figure is larger. According to the New York Times, 4% of Facebook's global turnover would be around $1.6 billion US. According to Reuters, the law will apply to social media companies, banks, insurance firms, technology businesses, and any enterprise which collects consumer data en masse. Can't they all just operate from London then? No. This affects Brits as well. The UK is still a member of the EU and remains subject to EU law until they Brexit next March. The new law means that companies need to be more transparent about how they handle user data, get permission for it, and it also gives users power to request for it to be deleted or moved elsewhere. So, as the Times reports, this could mean moving your banking information from one bank to another, or even switching your Spotify playlist to another provider. U.S. Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen warned the law may give rise to more cyber threats. She said users opting not to give information may hamper internet security research, which relies on trends in this data. The new law comes into effect in all 28 EU states on Friday, May 25th of this year.